The death of a DNC staffer is stirring up national controversy as conflicting reports continue to pour in. Seth Rich was murdered last July, and so far police have made no arrests in the case and have no leads on a suspect. One American News believes solving this case and bringing Rich's murderer to justice is essential to exposing the truth for the American people. We are offering a $100,000 reward for any information that leads to the arrest of a suspect in this case. If you have any information, please write to our station. One America's Pearson Sharp takes a closer look at the case, revealing why the facts just aren't adding up.
The case of murdered DNC staffer Seth Rich is heating up. Fully 10 months later, questions are still popping up about the 27-year-old's mysterious death in a Washington, D.C. neighborhood last July. A recent report from an investigator brought the case to national attention once again, shedding new light on evidence that seems contradictory at best. Rod Wheeler, a private investigator hired by Seth Rich's family and a Fox News contributor, came forward claiming that he was pretty sure there was more to the case than what was being reported in the news. Rich was killed in the early hours of Sunday, July 10th, 2016, just one block from his Washington, D.C. home in Bloomingdale. According to reports, Rich's girlfriend heard scuffling noises on the other end of the line, and when she asked what was going on, Rich told her not to worry and hung up the phone. Authorities say Rich was shot twice in the back and had bruises on his hands, knees, and face. However, no DNA evidence has emerged from that apparent altercation. Police initially reported his death as a robbery gone wrong due to a high number of recent muggings and robberies in the area. However, police did admit that nothing was stolen from Rich, even though he had cash, a cell phone, and a watch on him at the time of his death. Before his death, Seth Rich was investigating several cases involving the DNC's electoral fraud and voter suppression and was set to testify on the case of Hillary Clinton's email investigation. The content of Rich's scheduled testimony remains unclear, but it does raise questions about the scandal involving the DNC. Wheeler, the private investigator, says that he has a good reason to believe that Rich was in contact with WikiLeaks and provided the site with tens of thousands of secret emails from the DNC. According to Wheeler, he was in contact with a federal investigator who had personally laid eyes on Rich's laptop. An FBI forensic report made just 96 hours after Rich's death shows that he made contact with Gavin McFadden, a director of WikiLeaks and a mentor to founder Julian Assange. The federal investigator, who requested to remain anonymous, said that sometime before May 21, 2016, Rich transferred 44,053 emails and 17,761 attachments belonging to DNC leaders. Those emails were dated from January of 2015 all the way to late May of 2016. On July 22nd, just 12 days after Rich was killed, WikiLeaks published the exact same number of DNC emails that were allegedly given to them by Rich, showing conspiracy against Bernie Sanders and ultimately leading to Debbie Wasserman Schultz resigning as the DNC chairperson. Incidentally, Gavin McFadden later died on October 22, 2016, just days before the presidential election. His cause of death was listed as lung cancer. Rod Wheeler says that he's convinced the answers to whoever is behind Rich's death are on his laptop. However, police say they don't know where the computer is, and the FBI says they don't have it. It was originally reported that the FBI had conducted a forensic report of Rich's computer. However, the FBI is now claiming it's not their case, and they're referring all questions to the DC police. Speaking of the police, Wheeler has stated the DC department has been incredibly unhelpful, even saying that a source inside the department was told to stand down and back off the case. For now, police insist they believe Rich's death was a robbery gone wrong and have no evidence it was related to his job. However, they also have no evidence it was a robbery either. Rich's murder in July followed another unusual death of a former UN President John Ashe. Authorities first reported Ashe's death as a heart attack, but later recanted statements after an autopsy report showed he died due to a crushed windpipe. Ashe died on June 22, 2016, just a few days before he was set to testify with his co-defendant Ng Lap Sung, a Chinese businessman who illegally funneled millions of dollars to American businessman Charlie Tree, who then used that money to donate to the DNC during Bill Clinton's re-election. Charlie Tree was also rumored to be a Clinton Foundation donor during Bill Clinton's reign as president. Prosecutors accused Ashe of accepting thousands of dollars in bribes from the Chinese businessman when he served as a UN president in 2013. the same year Hillary Clinton served as Secretary of State. According to a letter sent by more than 60 members of the House, the Clinton Foundation is a lawless, pay-to-play enterprise that has been operating under a cloak of philanthropy for years. Solving this case could reveal important clues into the 2016 election and how high up corruption at the DNC really went. DNC officials have long pushed the views that Russia was behind their email leak, but this latest information casts doubt on those claims. So far, One America News, WikiLeaks, the DC Metropolitan Police, and even a Republican lobbyist, Jack Berkman, have all put substantial money towards finding Seth Rich's killer, totaling $245,000. But up to this point, the DNC has never offered any reward for information to help solve the murder of their own staffer. Pearson Sharp, One America News.